Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2026, and this is the KC Multifamily Minute, where I come to you every single week, bringing you all the new properties hitting the open market for multifamily in Kansas City. I'll tell you about the class location, give you my estimate on rents, and how it might fit in for your 1031 exchange. Got a lot of activity going on in Kansas City right now. Let's cover some of the statistics as we always do every single week. So right now the MLS data would show you that there are 67 properties out there that are $500,000 plus across the metro. 55 of those are available. So 11 under contract. Remember, we floated around with the 70, 60 plus and 70 plus properties out there and available. Now we're down to 11. There's several closings. We'll cover the April stats. The March stats, and even give you a hint at the April statistics on closing data here coming up in a second. But that's the MLS data. Remember, that's going to power my website, legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. Of course, Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, etc. And then over on LoopNet, which podcast listeners will click over there, and you can kind of see some of the new properties that hit the market this week. But there are 41 out there that are active. 41 that are out there. 37 are active, 4 under contract, in line with what we've seen the last couple of weeks. Again, much higher than we saw at the beginning of the year. More activity this year is driven by a whole bunch of different reasons. One, Kansas City continues to be a great market. We got the World Cup coming here, so there's a lot of eyes and ears on the Kansas City market. We got the new announcement of the Royals Stadium. Fingers crossed, in my opinion, going downtown, which would be a huge economic boom for the entire Midtown, downtown Crossroads area, plus the region as a whole. I mean, that's a $2 billion project. It can create a lot of jobs, a lot of architecture, engineering, labor jobs in and around there. Plus, it's going to create even more people, more density going down there for offices and living there. So that's another major win for Kansas City when that passes. Big proponent of that. But anyway, let's get back over to the real world here of us value add style investors in Kansas City. So what do we have new on the market? So I got my website pulled up, legendaryparkbrokers.com. There's one new listing on the MLS here in the last 7 days. It's $500,000 plus. It's in Leavenworth, Kansas, which is going to be a class B minus, C plus town, only because of where it's positioned in the metro. It's up in the far kind of northwest area. Military bases up there. This new listing is a super cool building. It's $825,000 for, I think it's, how many units we got here? Let's see here. I saw it somewhere. We got 4 units that have washer and dryer hookup. Let's see if the other website tells me how many units we got here. Yeah, so 10 units for $825,000. If that's labeled correctly, that is $82,000 per unit, which is a fantastic price per unit. It's going to have all new renovations in 2017. Again, this is a class B minus, maybe C plus location. The micro location might be better than that. I think the what you're going to have to look for here is just the common area utilities, because it is a converted building into these loft styles. You might not have separate meters across there, but looking at the photos, you can see it's super cool. Massively tall ceilings, cool interiors with old fireplaces, fire pits, was done in 2017. So you're going to be able to the 2017 kind of finish to it. So a mix of stainless steel and black appliances, but just an all around cool building. It has central heating and cooling. If you love historic buildings, you want maybe a little bit more of a, trophy asset kind of deal as part of your portfolio, could be a cool fit for you. Okay. $825,000 for 10 units. Kind of a solid deal there, especially if you got 1031 exchange. Where do I park money? That gives me kind of a cool feeling building. This could be a great fit for you, okay? All right, so getting back out here into the other 2 new opportunities that we've got. So remember, there's 3 total this week. Another one is going to be in another Class A location in Charlotte. So this one's, I don't know if I've covered this one last week or not, but it's 12 units for $1.375 million, $115,000 per unit, which is right in line with what a lot of these are going for. Remember, I have one listed there, 12 unit at 3401 Central. That's very similar price per unit. These ones are all 2-bedroom, 1 bath, a great street. It does need maybe, in my opinion, a little bit more work than the one that I have on Central, but they're much larger units. It does have off-street parking, which you can see in the photos here. I think it's a very solid property. From it's a very classic colonnade building. They all have exterior decks, etc. So something to look at if you want a little bit more of a value-add project in the heart of Midtown at 12 units for $1.375 million. Maybe put another 10 into each unit and have a fantastic building there. Maybe 15 would be a great asset for you, especially as the Royals, fingers crossed, move downtown. All right. One last new property at the open market. It's listed as unpriced. It's down here in Martin City, which can be a Class A location, maybe A minus. South side of the metro on the Missouri side, Martin City Flats. So obviously in Martin City area, technically Kansas City. 30 units. It is in a flood zone, which requires a little bit minimal additional insurance costs. These were redone quite a while ago. Not quite a while ago, but these were redone recently, and they look pretty sharp. Okay, if you can get over some of the numbers here, it's a sharp looking building. My guess is somewhere around $110,000 per unit, $100,000 per unit. If you want to talk more about that one, we can definitely look at it. Perfect for your 1031 exchange. If you got, let's call it that $3 million range, $3.5 million range, could be a good fit for you down there as well. All right, guys and gals, that's everything on the open market. You know how to reach me, Alex at Legendary Apartment Brokers. We'll talk soon.